Here it is. Oh man. Okay, so this is the dev update patch note. No, it's just dev update for September of 2023. Today is the 22nd of September of 2023. Let's talk about all the updates, the Palia updates coming. Okay, so keep in mind, guys, today is September 22nd. So all of these updates are going to be coming in the near future, which I'm very excited about. We have a new update coming this week. Today is Friday, September 22nd. Over on Tuesday, the 26th, we are getting a new update to Paleo, which is super exciting. This update is going to include bug fixes, a black market glow up if you guys have been to the black market. Hopefully that's not spoilers, but just to let you guys know, there is a black market in Palia. Now you know. Go find it. But it is getting a little bit of a glow up, which is gonna be great. A new emote is coming, as well as the ability to remove crops that you have already placed down. They're also adding some decor enhancements. Not really sure what that means. And we have new outfits coming, of course. They always kind of give us new outfits with these new updates. That's coming on the 26th of September. I will be doing a dedicated video to that when it comes out, and we'll be looking at everything. So if you want to stay tuned for that, stick around on my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I gotta say it. I know, I'm sorry, guys. But if you want to catch that video and know about that update specifically, you're going to want to subscribe so you don't miss it. We have another update, the celebration of the end of the Maji market. If you've been playing Paleo lately, you'll know that through the month of September, we had our first ever event come to the game, and that was the Maji Market. It is a night market, super fun, mini games, food stalls, fireworks. There's so many things. But with that being said, it is coming to an end very soon. And as of today, September 22nd, going on through September 25th, we are going to be getting 3 days worth of free rewards for the celebration of the end of the market. So on day one, you are going to be getting 10 Phoenix fireworks as well as 3 of Delilah's peach cakes. We are going to be getting on day two, we are going to be getting 10 dragon fireworks as well as 3 Choppa Pops. And on day 3, we're going to be getting the Choppa Hut Fun Guy plushie as well as 3 of Delilah's Hop Along Puffs. So we're getting a little bit of food, we're getting a little bit of fireworks, and then a plushie if you weren't able to get one. I think it's really great that they're giving us some free stuff just for celebrating the first event. I think that's really cool. It gives you some stuff to kind of hang on to and remember the event by if you didn't really get some of the stuff from the event in the first place. I gotta say, I love how much they celebrate things in this game, not only with the Maji Market being a huge celebration, but also just towards the end of the month or the end of the event or we're doing some celebrations of the moon recently, and they're celebrating that, and I think that that's so cool because it just not only gives us players free items, but it also is just kind of fun to be able to have something to look forward to in the game. So there's that. I think that's beautiful. Let's get into the meat and potatoes, the big update that you guys are here for, the September 2023 update, and that is this bad boy right here that we are going to be looking at. Again, I will link this down in the description box below so you guys can check out everything for yourself, but we're going to be reading through this and chit-chatting, and I'm going to be giving you guys my opinion on some of these things. If you're not really into that, then I suggest just going down below and reading it for yourself if you don't like the chit-chatty kind of stuff. But I do want to talk about this with you guys because there's a couple things on here that I have found very interesting myself. It's been an action-packed month for Palia, from the Maji Market to the Temple of Flames, not to mention befriending Tao and dozens of other features updated. That is so true. They've been giving us updates, spitting them out like every 2 weeks. It's crazy. Sometimes on a weekly basis. It is just the most I've ever seen a game update their game, and I'm loving every second of it. As a player who plays almost every day, getting new things constantly to look forward to is beautiful, and I personally have enjoyed it. It has come with a lot of bugs, I will say, a little bit of lag here and there, but if you can kind of look past that and still keep that excitement going, and also just trust that they're taking our feedback and going to improve the bugs, then I think it sort of makes it better, I guess, when you have to deal with some of the bugs and the lag and stuff like that. But again, it's open beta still, so they're going to be fixing all those things. We do have to keep in mind that this is not the full release of the game. Tangent over. Let's go on to the updates. So in case you missed the very first dev update last month, dev updates are regular check-ins from the Palia development team where we cover the most requested features and recent hot topics. So the first thing coming soon is the obstacle course. Firstly, this is something I never expected to even come to Palia, much less this soon, but I will say, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you have been to the Temple of Flames, then you might have noticed that there's maybe a little bit of this happening over there already. Nothing like what's being seen here, but I definitely think that they like playing around with these kinds of things, and I find that really fascinating and interesting. So I'm excited to see where they go with this personally. We've always envisioned Palia as a game that is capable of containing many different types of experiences. With that in mind, we have an experimental feature dropping in an upcoming patch, an obstacle course. Moving in Palia is already pretty fun, and many of you spend a lot of time trying to climb to the top of anything you can lay your eyes on. However, a focused platforming challenge is still a different experience to what is typical in Palia. Obstacle courses are often challenging and test players differently than most of our existing content does. Again, this is definitely going to be different. I think there's going to be a good amount of players who are interested in this, and then I think there's also going to be a good amount of players who are not interested in this. So another thing to keep in mind with this is because we don't want people to feel like they have to experience this particular thing, there is no unique plushies locked behind completing this activity. Completing this course is more about earning a sense of accomplishment and being able to show off than being to show off a ton of other rewards, which I think is great personally. Again, if they lock stuff like furniture or plushies or really rare items behind this, I think people are going to get pretty discouraged, especially if they don't want to play this kind of thing or they aren't into this kind of thing. Then they're going to be really discouraged, like, hey, I can't get the new furniture or the new plushie or whatever. And that's going to make people feel like they have to do something they don't want to do. Although I do think it might be kind of nice if there was a reward. So I'm interested to see if they implement some kind of something that you get at the end, whether that be a rank or maybe something like, maybe they can even add coins, like obstacle coins or something, and they can just be displayed around your house or something. I don't know, like just something smaller, something that's already in the game, or like maybe seed packets. I don't know, more vegetables. I don't know, like give something that's just like not crazy, but still makes it worth it. Honestly, even an achievement would be great, like a little like in the achievements tab, like completed so and so obstacle course, and then you just have that in there. And you can say, like, people who don't care about achievements will be like, oh, I don't really care to do that. I don't know. But then maybe there's also achievement completionists who don't care about obstacle courses, who, there's still some work to be done here. I'm sitting here brainstorming like I'm a developer and I'm not. Just a YouTuber. But yeah, I think this is going to be interesting in the future, and I would love to hear what you guys think of the obstacle course. Is this something you're going to be into? I'm personally going to try it because I'm very interested in everything that this game has to offer. This is a big one. Flow tree groves. We've seen a lot of feedback around flow trees being too rare, even more rare than expected for magical glowing purple trees. Flow tree groves will appear as small groupings of flow trees in various sizes. Once per Palian day, a small group of flow trees will appear for players to find in Bahari Bay. Beautiful. I think this is great. I do think flow trees are hard and sometimes you do tend to miss them. I know, for example, as well, I've been running around Bahari Bay before and someone will call out a flow tree and I'm on the complete other side of the map and it's just one flow tree and I'm kind of just like, oh, I could run over and go get that, but I'm already on the other side of the map. I don't want to make people wait. It's just one flow tree. Do I really run all the way over there to go get it? So I think having these groves is going to be an interesting approach because it'll give you incentive to look for it, but then also it'll give you a lot at one time in one place. So it kind of makes it like if someone puts in chat like, "Hey guys, I found a flow grove," you know you're going to be getting a lot of bang for your buck if you run all the way over there. So I think it's going to be really nice.
All right, editing Nash coming in to cut in here just because I had an idea while I was editing this video. In the very slim chance that a developer of Palia does watch this video, hello, I just want you to know I love your game. But also, I had an idea. When it comes to Palia, these Palia groves, what I really hope that happens with it is that they spawn at different times of the day, because I'm an avid player. I play every single day. I know I've seen how people play, and I know that if they all spawn at a specific time or spawn directly in the morning in Bahari Bay, there's going to be groups of people who go and just know what time they spawn. I know just from playing the game that people are going to find it right away, and then you're going to have to wait a whole in-game day because those people who are kind of going out and deliberately finding it are always going to find it if it's at the same exact time, spawns in at the same exact time, even if it's in a different spot every time. I think what would be very, very good, just to give more players a chance to actually find the groves and to make it so that people don't chop it down right in the morning and then you have to wait a whole nother day, is space it out all day long. This might be something that the devs already have in mind, so I hope it is. I get taken back to Choppa Chase, where I feel like people started camping spawning spots because they started to pick up the patterns of where the choppas would spawn in Choppa Chase. Then they would just stand there, pick up the choppa, and then run with it. And they knew where those spawning spots were every time. They knew what time, not knew what time the choppas would spawn, but like they just knew where to go. That's gonna happen. The same thing is gonna happen if these groves aren't spaced out over time.
So another thing coupled with flare arrows and proximity chat, gathering folks in the server to chop down flow trees will be easier than ever. So let's move on to flow arrows. This is one of the things in this update that I'm the most excited for. I don't know why, but I actually just geeked about this. So we know that signaling your location on the map to other players can be difficult in a variety of situations across Palia. With that in mind, we've been tinkering with flare arrows. That's right. We cannot wait for the new edition. Me either. Okay. Flare arrows deal no damage and do not alert nearby creatures, both very important, and leave a lingering visual effect in the sky for 1 minute. This is huge. I'll talk about it in a second. High into the air. The color of the flare will be randomized. Players will only be able to have one active flow arrow at a time, and firing a flare arrow, not flow arrow, flare arrow, while you already have one active will cancel the first one. Beautiful. This is the recipe. So if you want to start collecting this, it's 5 heartwood, 5 flint, 1 crystal lake lotus, and it crafts 5 at a time. So you can get ready for that if you want these. Firstly, I think what is happening here, I hope this is what is happening because I want to think that we influence the devs a little bit, but if you've gone to the Maji market, you'll know that you can get the Phoenix fireworks as well as the Dragon fireworks. And I know that some people have been using those to signal flow tree locations by shooting them at the base of the flow tree, the trunk of the tree, and it will send it straight up into the air, and you can signal flow trees that way. The only downside to doing this is that the firework doesn't last in the air long enough for people to really see it. So that is huge that your flare is going to stay in the air for 1 minute. It is going to be up there in the sky for anyone to see, and they can be like, hey, that's important. I need to go check out what that flare is signaling. It could be a Dari Clove, it could be a flow tree, it could be Pallium's pretty covered, but you could send a flare outside of the cave or whatever it's in and just be like, hey, Pallium's here. And what else I love is that the color is randomized. So you can say, hey, flow tree at the green flare near Choppa Crossing, you know? So instead of being like, hey, go southeast near Choppa Crossing towards the tiny bridge or whatever, you can just be like, hey, Choppa Crossing, green flare, flow tree. Boom. And it's simple and easy like that. And then on top of that, we have proximity chat coming. So this is going to be a new texting channel. It's not going to be proximity chat where you need a mic or anything like that. It is going to be a chat box, which is so nice. So it's just going to be people within your proximity. You can have intimate conversations. Again, this is going to be great for if you're chop and flow trees with people and you just want to say like, hey, thank you so much for helping me. It's only going to go to the people in the proximity and not everyone on the server for everyone to see. Here's another big one: ammo and bait and quest pouches. So these are going to be new inventory slots or new inventory pouches within our overall inventory that are separated out for ammo and bait as well as quest objects. And then we of course have our general backpack inventory. So we've seen a lot of feedback about managing bag inventory when players are out in the world. To save you some trips back and forth to your housing plot, we're adding separate places for you to store ammo, bait, and quest items. Again, you can see here, we're going to be able to click on these. If you want to go to your questing items, boom. If you want to go to your bait and ammo, boom. Your bait and ammo is not going to be taking up any of your general inventory space anymore. This is going to be great for decorating your house. You can just chuck everything into your inventory, go about your decorating. If you want to go hunting, that's going to be in a separate inventory space. So you're going to be able to manage these. Another thing that is very important to keep in mind is that you can buy upgrades from Zeki's general store for these. So you were originally going to have only one slot unlocked. Yeah, you'll start with one complete row of dedicated ammo and bait slots. Then you can go to Zeki's general store and add additional inventory slots up to 40. So that's going to be nice. Probably the same way that it works currently, which I think is kind of cool too, giving Zeki's backpack place another reason to be there. I wonder if they're going to give that a UI, because it's going to be a little bit confusing. Like, do you have to have all of the backpack slots unlocked? I really hope not, because that last backpack is very expensive. I haven't even bought it yet because it's super expensive. But I hope that they add a UI where you can choose what you want to upgrade and what you don't, because currently you can't. But again, there's only one thing to upgrade in the game right now, so that is obsolete. But anyways, so going to the quest item pouch, it is an unlimited capacity. You will no longer need to worry about quest items and managing anything at all. Each item, such as bait, ammo, quest objects, are going to go automatically into their designated inventory. So worms are going to go automatically into bait. Quest objects such as the strange relic is going to go into quest. Improvements to the workbench. This is a little bit vague. Pretty much the only new upcoming thing is that they're going to include new sorting options, which is great, and updating the tabs with several other additional changes to come in upcoming patches. But sorting options really good. I think we need sorting. What I'm personally hoping for is sorting between different different furniture sets. We really need this because I am scrolling through all of the homestead furniture and it takes forever. There are so many homestead furniture pieces. I'm very thankful for it, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it does take a really long time. So I'm hoping we can sort through, Bellflower, Ravenwood, Dragontide. And one of the last big updates is mining and starstones. The Maji culture is deeply influenced by the stars and the moon. Part of this culture we haven't shared to Palia are starstones, which reflect your lunar sign. A lunar sign is a phase of the dragon moon you were born under, similar to how we assign birthstones to months in real life. Each lunar sign has an assigned starstone. So this is interesting. When they originally put this in the Discord, it said pathstones, and I thought this meant that they were adding paths to the game, which I was geeking out about. I was so excited because I want paths so badly. So we can decorate our housing plots with paths. But that is not what it is. These are actually little medallions that you can find through mining that are going to be able to get you some money. You'll be able to find starstones in various rarities and random drops while mining. These starstones will sell for a very high value. and buff the economic potential of mining significantly. As of right now, mining does not bring basically any money. I think you can if you sell your ores a little bit, but I personally never do it because I need to build things with those ores or upgrade my tools or things like that. So it's just not a way to make money in the game. This is a very interesting way to make people want to mine more, but also make it so that we can get money from mining. So we kind of can get money from almost every way in the game now. It's really cool to see that they're trying to improve upon this. So yeah, they'll be sharing details in the future. It's also a gift as well. So if you choose not to sell them, you can gift them to villagers who will respond positively when receiving their Starstone. So again, keep in mind that these are similar to birthstones. And if, say, Ani has a Firestone, then you can give him his Starstone and he will be happy about that. The future of cake parties. This is where some of us are going to be a little bit upset, I think. I have a feeling they're going to be nerfing cake parties. It's kind of what they're saying here, although it does seem a little more optimistic than that. So it's also time to share with the upcoming patch rolling out next week. The celebration cakes will be rebalanced. We recommend having a bake sale this weekend, so I think it's time for me to throw my first cake party this weekend. Anyways, we will share all the details in the patch notes next week. Be sure to check out my video. I'll be talking about that when that patch comes out. The good news is that it does say here cake parties aren't going anywhere, so they're not trying to get rid of them fully. They just want to get the right balance with the skills, which I think is important because honestly, you do go to a cake party and you do skill up pretty quickly. And I've seen a lot of people who have their cooking skill at like 100 or 200, and then all their other skills are like not as heavy. And that's kind of how mine is too. Maybe I can show you guys on screen now what my cooking skill is. It is quite a bit higher than all my other skills because I've attended quite a few cake parties. Um, so yeah, totally sad they're not getting rid of it, but they also, I can see them nerfing the money side of it as well as the skill side of it. So just something to keep in mind and be prepared for. Couple quick things to end off this video. A kneeling emote is coming in the next patch. I was not expecting this. I was expecting a dancing emote, but it is a kneeling one. I do find this a little bit interesting. I'm gonna have to see it to see what it's gonna be used for. But new skin tones and facial features are also coming. Very exciting for new players coming to the game. We also are going to have new hunting creatures. This one sparked my interest like crazy because I was like, what? They're not going to just like explain this more? New hunting creatures? Like new creatures that we can hunt in the game? They're adding new creatures? Like what? There's going to be more animals running around? Or bugs to catch? Or fish? I don't know. I would assume it's hunting though. So Cernuks and Choppas are not going to be the only thing we can hunt anymore. What do you guys think this is? Because I just don't even know what to expect. And then additional improvements to the requesting system, which is going to be great, quality of life kind of thing. And last but not least, we need to talk about something so important here. We haven't forgotten about one of our most popularly requested, your downright demands to redacted. We're just as excited as you are with a heart emoji, hot dog emoji, and a muscle emoji. Let me tell you guys what I think this is. I think we can romance Hadari. Oh my gosh. I think we're going to be able to start romancing Hadari. That's right. That's what I think it is. That's my speculation. Now, I'm not sure. This is clearly speculation. I have no idea. I am not a developer. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not in on anything. But from what I am deciphering here, a heart emoji, as in like romance or love, muscles. We all know Hadari's got those crazy muscles and he is very handsome. And I don't really know if the hot dog fits, but he is kind of like a beefcake. Yeah, like a beefcake. I feel like they would put like a burger though if he's like a beefcake. I don't know what the hot dog means though. The hot dog throws me off. Unless I'm missing something. Am I a fake paleo fan? Oh no. Anyways, is hot dogs his favorite food? Maybe that's the thing. But anyways, guys, I feel like this is just saying your downright demands to romance Hadari. That's what I think is redacted here. Romance Hadari. I think that's what it is. Anyways, guys, that's where I'm going to end off this video. Thank you for chit-chatting with me. again, you can head down below and read the patch notes or the dev updates if you want to. Take a look at this. We kind of, like I said, chit-chatted about all this stuff. I am beyond excited about everything that is just happening here. It is so exciting to get new updates and this frequently to a game that I very, very much enjoy. So be sure to subscribe to my channel as well because I have a ongoing Palia Let's Play that goes through everything. I have been playing through the game since the beginning, and I have been experiencing everything in the game since the beginning, and it has been really, it's been a good time. So I'll link that down below as well for you guys. And if you enjoy Palia, I think you'll really enjoy my content. But I also, this is a variety channel, so I do play every cozy game under the sun that I can get my hands on is the plan for this channel. So if you enjoy cozy gaming, then again, hit the subscribe button and the like button on this video so it goes to more people and they can share the love of Palia like we do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a very beautiful, wonderful day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.